MCC 28 is our last event of Season 2 and it already looks set to bring joy to the world. But with the teams decided and the date set, that can only mean one thing. It's prediction time. So, who will win, who will lose, and who will shock the world? These are my predictions for MCC 28. But before we begin, remember these are only my predictions and opinions. So if yours differ, why not let me know in the comments section below, and they'll be featured in a future video. Also, whilst you're down there, don't forget to subscribe. I'm a small channel, especially when compared to legends like MCC Highlights and all things MCC, so it would mean the world to me if you did. Anyway, enough messing around, let's start with 10th place. The SAPPHIRE Santas. We start our Christmas special with the one and only Simmers, once again returning to the event, this time as the incredible Santas, that I'm sure, like me, everyone is delighted to see back. Last time out under the leadership of Critic Zeus, the Simmers managed to shock everyone by coming 9th in MCC Pride 22. But could they do it again this event? Well, sadly it's unlikely, and it doesn't help that their last canon event was last year. However, it's truly the best to have them back, and I hope they pull off some shocks throughout this event. 9th place. The Pink Presents. Ludwig is doing 2 events in a row as he returns for Christmas, joining this team of winners, as of course we see Filza and Tapel join together for the first time since their insane win together in MCC 12. And as we invert that event's number, we get our MCC 21 winner of Snifferish, completing our delightful presents. Now unfortunately I don't think this team will have enough to challenge in the end. Whilst Filza and Tapel are a great duo, they've been inconsistent throughout recent events, and while Snifferish is a good team player and Ludwig will once again be a parkour pro, I do think this team will struggle. But as with every other team, I hope they prove me wrong in this event and have a superb time. 8th place. The Yellow YETIS. Look, before we jump into this, I have to say that it was incredibly close between 8th to 5th that I just had such a hard time picking between them all. But sadly in the end, I just placed Yellow in 8th. Which isn't to say they're not an awesome team, because they are, as we see Force team up with her MCC 9 and 10 winning teammates of Cubfan and the one and only H-Bomb to build an alliance which looks spectacular, with Awesome Dude completing the team, coming off 2 dodgeball losses and a heartbreaking Sansa time in Underdogs as well. So perhaps this team is exactly what he needs, as Sansa time looks to be their speciality, with H-Bomb praying that it's not skipped for once, this time around. 7th place. The Mint Mistletoes. Next up we have the powerhouses of the Mistletoes coming into this event as relative underdogs, because from what I've seen, people are predicting this team low, which is crazy to me because they're amazing. Both Sylvie and Hannah promise to be an absolutely insane duo, coming off 2 of their best own results, and I'm excited to see how they do together, because I really think they've got something special. AMC also was brilliant in MCC Underdogs along with Hannah, being able to back up Ranboo superbly throughout the event, with Shovel being the final player in this team, and she literally won her last event, and that should speak for itself. They've definitely got a chance of doing something awesome in this tournament, and I can't wait to see just what that is. 6th place. The Red Reindeers. Since we just talked about Ranboo, it has to be the Red Reindeers up next, with Ranboo perhaps being the key to this team's success after an absolutely incredible Underdogs, which saw him finish 4th individually. He swaps purple for another S tier of JoJo, who is also joined by her partner in crime, Good Times with Scar, as they once again try to go for victory after MCC 25, with yet another Hermit completing this team in the form of the wonderful Gemini Tay. This team looks set to challenge with Ranboo and JoJo being yet another incredible exciting duo to see play together, and Gem and Scar bringing in their Minecraft expertise as well, which will surely be a huge help during this event. Sadly, they just miss out on the top 5 for me, but I still think they will have a mighty event. 5th place, the Cerulean? The Cerulean? The Cyan Candy Canes. I swear, why did they have to change the colour? Pete, Pearl, Puffy and Partin are surely a team to look out for in this event as the Cerulean Candy Canes, a team that definitely looks set to win Hole in the Wall from the get-go. Pete goes into this tournament still looking for his 5th victory after 10 events have passed, still without a win, with Pearl still looking for her first after coming so close to Dodgeball in Underdogs. But will Puffy and Partin be able to push them forwards? Well, they certainly look like one of the most well-rounded teams in the event, but I do worry that a lack of a hardcore PvP player may affect them in the long run come this event, even if I'm so desperate for Pearl and Pete to finally get their wins. Please, MCC scriptwriters, make it happen. But before we get on to our absolutely insane top 4, please make sure to subscribe. I'm a small channel, but I have big dreams, so if you could subscribe, it would mean the absolute world to me. As we head on to 4th place, the Purple Penguins. Now this is a team. Antfrost finally gets to lead a team with some warning after being thrust into the role in both 23 and 26, with him officially being too good at this point to place with an S tier. That being said, his teammates are no slouches, with Velvet and Ponk being standout players from Underdogs, as Velvet somehow came 17th in a team that absolutely threw, and Ponk got 5th after first place finishes in both Parkour Tag and Hole in the Wall, which perhaps makes this team a bit too good at Hole in the Wall, with our final player being Bad Boy Halo, who is a great teammate who is always consistent as well. For me, this team has a huge chance of winning and are going a bit under the radar, but it'll be a huge battle between them and 3rd place, the Teal Turkeys. The top 4 is so incredibly tight this event that literally any of them could win it. But could this year's Turkeys carry on the tradition of a teal takeover, as Puns looks set to go mega mode in this event after a disappointing 27 that only saw him finish 10th place individually. The captain joins him with my predictions of the curse returning for Christmas being an incredibly sad story, with our final 2 players being Solidarity as well as Sneak Snag, who of course won this event only a year ago. They are likely to be incredible throughout this event, but while Suns and Sparkles are brilliantly consistent, it could all depend on Sneak and Solidarity to really push this team to the win, as they've had wild individual placements during their time in the event that could see this team either go to Dodgeball or to Doomsville. But let's all hope it's the former. 2nd place, the Emerald Elves. MCC signed up for this event as a pair determined to write their individual Dodgeball curses, which Scott must have seen and thought, well, let's continue on that theme, putting Jack Manifold, who's lost 9 out of 9 rounds in Dodgeball, and G Nelly, who lost her one and only Dodgeball, also with Illumina, in to complete this side. Now, if you're hearing a lot of negatives, that's because this could be an absolutely insane magical story this Christmas, with the fairy godmother of Sandwich Lord helping this insane duo of Tommy and Illumina to victory, as they're bound to be absolutely incredible during this event, with Tommy even being cracked at Sky Battle to ease Illumina's hatred of it. She also brings incredible skill, with her being a wonderful planner that prepares so much for these events, being a huge boost to this team. And well, Jack is Jack, and that is amazing, as hopefully this team will break their Dodgeball curse and come out victorious. But they will have to beat 1st place, the Gingerbread Men, and well, woman. We all can see what you're doing here, Scott. You ain't sneaky trying to get your 5th win. Smager brews up a hot team for the holidays as he brings the Hermit of Impulse into the main event after his victory in Underdogs, where he did very well, especially for a newbie. And talking of newbies, we have the lovely Becky Amon also joining, being our 4th rising player to join the event. But beyond that, she's also an incredible Islands player, which Scott will hope will go under most people's radar, because he's the 3rd person in this absolutely insane team, obviously now ready for his 5th victory after just missing out last event. And how exactly will he achieve this? Well, he brought in the powerhouse of the one and only Purpled, who has been absolutely insane ever since joining the event, getting 1st place individually last time around in a 4th place team. So imagine what he can do in this event. It's absolutely crazy. But for real, Scott has been incredible this season, creating some absolutely wonderful teams throughout for everyone involved. And since it's the last predictions of Season 2, I just wanted to give a huge thank you to both him and the Nox crew for everything they've done, because they are all incredible, every single one of them. It's been the very best. However, the only people left I have to thank are all of you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And finally, of course, peace.